We think of self-esteem as like a new age kind of modern American thing. The Torah tells us, Meraglim, they were checking out Israel and they found these giants, and it says, we were in their eyes like grasshoppers, and so we were in their eyes like grasshoppers. And everybody knows that it says that if you feel like a grasshopper, then that's what you're gonna look like. You're gonna act like one. Reb Chaim Kanievsky brings down, Chaim Kanievsky Zatzal brings down in Derech Sicha. Actually, somebody else said it to him, and he said it's true. He said, but the opposite is also true. The opposite is also true. If you look at somebody like they're amazing and they're incredible, they will become amazing and incredible. There are many stories about that. He brings a story about somebody named Akiva. And Akiva was a loser and a lowlife and a nobody. And he hated Torah. And he had the head of a stone. And there was one girl who believed in him so much that she said, I am willing to lose everything. I believe in you. I'm all in. I'm all in. Betting the house. And she really lost everything. She went from being so rich to mamish had to go through garbage, being nice about it, to find a little bit of barley. You can't imagine that. Why? Because I believe in you. And that belief is what turned Akiva into Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva who saved the whole Torah. Rabbi Akiva who brought back the Torah to Klal Yisrael. She said, I believe in you. I don't care what anybody else says. And that's what made him. And that's what Reb Chaim Kanievsky said. Nachoin, that is true, mehanasayin. It's proven, tried and proven that that's the way it is. So when we have kids, and even regular kids that go through sometimes a teacher or a school or a system will make them feel, if you come home with CDs, EFs and all that, you really feel like garbage. You really feel like, I'm a loser, I'm dumb. And it's up to us, adults, to look at everybody, that you're amazing and you have potential and I believe in you, especially when they're not performing. I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you. And when we really, 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 why did she believe in him? It really didn't seem like there was anything there. And that's what sparked that level of Mesiras Nefesh. The more Mesiras Nefesh, the more growth comes out of it. So when you're really investing in someone who's failing completely, in school or in life or in Torah and anything, most of our kids here, they don't have friends. They're not good at, they're not being successful in anything. And mommy and daddy come in with this fierce belief that I believe in you, and you believe it in yourself. You can take somebody to be from Akiva to a Rebbe Akiva. You can make them into Gedolim in life and successful in all ways. But we have to really have that inside of us. And we lose that because why should I believe in this kid? He's a loser. She's a loser. Why would I believe they don't do anything right? We have to find that belief in us, in our kid, that deep down, I know who this kid is. I know who this kid is. There's potential there. And we got to prove it to them. I believe in you. I'm proud of you. And sometimes they'll be like, but what are you proud of? And you better have an answer for that, because you should be proud. And there's what to be proud of. All the guys on the street working with all these troubled kids, they don't drain us. It's our job. It's our Olam Haba, right? So we don't get drained. And it's not a full-time like parents, it's true. But we enjoy these kids. We enjoy them. We see them in Home Sweet Home. The kids, they were very, very, very messed up. I enjoyed them. And I don't know why, I enjoyed them. And then they realized that this guy, they call us all rabbis. I always say, I'm not a rabbi. Anybody with a beard, anybody older, rabbi, they had very bad experiences with rabbis, and I don't want to be included in all the curses when they curse all the rabbis, and they say all the rabbis are molesters, and all the rabbis are, smelly rabbis. I didn't say, I'm not a rabbi. I'm not. You have to pass some kind of a test to be a rabbi. I never took a test. So they just saw that this guy who's the authority just doesn't look at me with that frustration and judgment that all these other people did. And that's all we did, me and the volunteers. We didn't know anything. I liked them. I just like rebellious people, I guess. One of the first kids, he was in AA before coming to Home Sweet Home. Most of the Home Sweet Home guys went clean without any AA, NA, GA, nothing, which is amazing. amazing for them to go clean. Their clean date is the day they moved in. And none of them went back to a life of drugs. It's mamish amazing. So one of the kids, he was like 6 months part of AA, so he continued AA, and after being 6 months in Home Sweet Home, so I went with him to the AA meeting. And everybody, I sat in the circle, and everybody said their thing. Hi, I'm Charles, I'm an addict, I'm Khani, I'm a this, I'm a that, everybody. And when it came to me, I said, hi, I'm Avi, I'm addicted to addicts. I like these guys, and I didn't expect them to keep the rules, and they knew that I believed in them. And I told them, you get on this bus, you're going to get off, you're going to be successful. And my job is to help you in this journey, to enjoy it as much as possible, to make your life as easy as possible. And Baruch Hashem, it worked out really well. So our blick, our eyes, the way that we look at them has to be, I see your potential. And they all have potential. I believe in you. And this is what to believe in. And they will prove you right. You'll invest. And other people would say, forget about it. And they say all kinds of stuff. I've seen kids come back from the abyss. I've seen kids come back from the worst situations, humanly possible. We have here in group, like some stories, nobody would believe it. Kids who did the worst sins, and they're alive, and they're thriving, and they're working, and they're functional, and they're from. And it's like, how is it possible? It happens. We just got to believe in them, and believe in what you're doing to keep that energy going, and not to give up on your kid. Nobody in the world should ever convince you that you have a bad seed. This is a Jewish kid, Chelik Elokam Yimal Mamish. They asked the Chazon Ish, Avram threw out Yishmael, so maybe we should throw out our kids. And there are many answers to that. Some of them pretty obvious why it doesn't apply. But anyway, he said, Ein Lemeidim Mikoidim Matan Torah. Period. We don't learn from before Matan Torah. By Matan Torah, all of you and all of our kids were there. They are all Banim Atem Lashem Aleikeichem. It's a whole different thing. We got to believe it. There's a chip inside of them. They're a chip off the old block. They're Chelik Elokam Yimal Mamish, and we got to believe it. And part of this Nisayon is a test to, I learned it somewhere. It says Chelik Elokam Yimal. Do I really believe it? That it's irrevocable. You can't take it out of them. You can't take away an neshama of a kid. You can't make them not be essentially be'etzem good. And you learn the Sfarim, they're full of these concepts. Nesiv Shalom is full of this, almost everything. Wherever you open up, a Jew is not be'etzem bad. When a Jew sins, it's just a kishalon. It's because he stumbled. It's not who you really are. And it's over and over and over again. And we got to really believe it, no matter what they're doing. There is no sin that tshuva cannot handle. And they'll do tshuva me ahava, and all the averis become mitzvahs. Don't worry about their sins. As my son said when he was here in group, they'll do tshuva me ahava from your love. Your love is going to motivate them and bring them back to Hashem. And then they'll do tshuva me ahava, and all the averis become, they're doing a lot of mitzvahs, but they're just doing the first part of it. When they do tshuva me ahava, it's like dominoes, just like Othello. It flips into white. What a beautiful concept in our religion. I don't know if other religions have that, but they really should think about it, because it's absolutely amazing. A person could sin, and then he does tshuva me ahava, all the averis become. Nesiv Shalom says it's not something you can imagine. Can you imagine you have a fight with your spouse, and you apologize? You're happy if they forget about it. But the apology out of love causes them to make believe that the insults were compliments. Who ever heard of such a thing? He says it's lamala me'asago saying we can't believe it. Hashem does that. That's how much He loves us, and He's just waiting. And when they get their bearings, and they're thinking straight, and life is good for them, and they're happy, and they're at home, and they're loved, and they mature out of a lot of these problems that they have because of other people stabbing them, and they get the right help that they need. But as it's Hashem, everything's going to work out just fine, and you're going to be the ones who save them. You're carrying them through darkness, probably that has never been in the world since V'ha'aretz ha'yisayu v'vayu v'chayshech. They're so confused. We have kids who don't know night and day, straight and gay. We have so many kids. Like mamish, it's a pachad. If our parents would have had to deal with this, they would never make it. They wouldn't believe it. They would never make it. They would never survive. It's amazing what they're going through. They're so confused, and you just guide them with your love and just being you and acceptance and not rejection, and figure out what happened to that bridge of that nafshe, kshur b'nafshe, that NKN, and fix it and tighten it and apologize and create that rope that's even stronger, and let the love flow and the compliments flow, and that's what heals the heart, and that's what heals them, and that's what allows them one day. All of a sudden, just today, every day, there's no week for sure, several times a week, that I don't get a parent who's been here 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that says, wow, you're not going to believe what just happened. Okay? But just today, there's a family that was here. They sit right there in those 2 seats with 2 kids who were so far, mamish, you can't imagine how far they were. And both kids now, it's not that long since they're here, both get massive, major breakthroughs. Massive. One of them decided that, okay, I can't talk, it's too gory and it's too not nice to say in public. So messed up. And both of them are just like, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I think that Hashem likes what you're doing, the Mesiras Nefesh that you have, and the tefillas that you all have for each other. You should all be zeicha to walk your kids down to a chuppah, kedas, Moshe V'Yisrael.